Good morning. This is KELOLAND On the Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
The second investigation this month of possible fraud in state government involves another Department of Revenue employee. In a statement to KELOLAND News, a deputy director says new policies uncovered an act of suspicious activity by an employee who was then fired.
The Department of Revenue is also installing a new system for titles and licenses and claims it will enhance protections for taxpayer dollars. Some lawmakers say they want to make sure it has safeguards in place when it goes active early next year.
And our overall protocols or processes are obviously not where they need to be.
The new 605 drive motor vehicle system is scheduled to launch in February.
The summer tourism season is winding down. Terry Schmidt with Experience Sioux Falls says once school starts, families with children tend to wrap up their travels.
But she expects to see an increase in visitors without children through October.
Because they would rather travel when there aren't as many children around and when things aren't as active.
There are still plenty of reasons for people to visit Sioux Falls later this year. Schmidt says some of the highlights include the Sidewalk Arts Festival and pheasant hunting.
A red flag warning remains in effect through tonight in Pennington County. The Pennington County Sheriff's Office shared these photos: an active fire growing at 40+ acres west of Rapid City.
The weather is not helping with 30% relative humidity and strong winds. Fire crews battled the blaze through the night Monday. We will continue to bring you the latest updates.
A weekend fire south of New Underwood has been contained. The nearly 350-acre fire broke out over the weekend.
Multiple agencies responded to the fire, including Ellsworth Air Force Base and 2 state engines. No one was hurt.
Any relief in sight for the folks out west when it comes to the fire danger, Brian?
Yes, I do think so. We're going to probably get back into some cooler weather starting tomorrow, so that'll be helpful there. But today, not the story. We still have plenty of fire weather concerns. Let's take a look at the forecast. 101 today in Phillip, 90 our temperature in Winter, 90 degrees in Chamberlain. Sioux Falls, though, at 80 with a south wind of 15 to 30. Keep in mind those winds, too. Out in Pierre will be at least 20 to 35 today. That's a quick look at weather. We'll get to the complete forecast coming up.
Thanks, Brian. Well, most people will only fly in planes. One South Dakotan is teaching people a different way to fly. Trevor Hart's with 605 Paramotor, both paramotors through the sky, and teaches others how to fly.
He says once you start flying, you feel as free as a bird.
Once you give that pressure with enough momentum, you're just going to naturally pull down, and you're just going to start feeling a lift off on your shoulders, waist and groin, and your feet are just going to fly off into the sky.
One of the people who completed the training said that paramotoring is like combining airplanes and motorcycles. We posted more information on the training on KELOLAND.com.
The Find the Queen of Hearts fundraiser to benefit Dakota Dachshund Rescue is in its 18th week with a jackpot of $20,000. But the weekly drawing is on the move. The game of chance has been rotating between 2 breweries in Sioux Falls, but Dakota Dachshund Rescue was completely thrown a curveball. One
of the locations, Lupulin Brewing, will be closing its Sioux Falls tap room in October.
The time frame that they gave us for the closure, if we continue on more than about another 6 weeks, we would have run out of space there and then had to go look for a place. So we thought immediately of trying to see if Remedy would help us, and Remedy agreed that we could come and they would host us, and it's just worked out.
The Find the Queen of Hearts drawing will now take place every Tuesday night, including tonight, beginning at 7/11 at Remedy Brewing Company at 8th and Railroad. Tickets can be purchased in person or online. We provided a link with ticket information under this story here on KELOLAND.com.
Wildwater West is officially closed for the summer. The park had to overcome flooding in late June, but they bounced back in August.
Staff also received positive reviews about the many updates they made this summer.
Even with that, adding a new bar, it was fantastic. People loved it. We added TVs to it. We've gotten a lot of good feedback with our mini golf.
Monday was the park's last day of the season. It was a slow one, but they had good attendance earlier in the weekend.
That's a look at some of today's top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our forecast today, well, still plenty hot, isn't it, for western South Dakota? There's a highlighted area for the red flag warning that remains in effect until midnight tonight. So we still have a ways to go here to getting through this today, and then hopefully tomorrow not quite as intense on the fire weather scale here. We do have temperatures, though, still warm enough to at least continue to watch some of that. I'll stand out of the way. You can see the numbers here for the rest of the day. Today, Sioux Falls close to 80. Meanwhile, those mid and upper 90s, very common from Phillip to Pierre. Even winter today, probably at least to 90, if not a little above that. Then for tonight, we've got this frontal system coming in from the west that'll start to spark a couple of showers and thunderstorms in western South Dakota. And I would want to keep that in mind tomorrow, a 20 to 30% chance of scattered rain, mainly here for the central and west. Sioux Falls area will kind of hold off on that until Wednesday evening, and then we'll bring in at least a chance of some scattered shower and thunderstorm development. So keep that in mind. Forecast highs for today. Those mid and upper 90s likely from Mobridge to Pierre. Sioux Falls area there at about 80. Lows tonight, primarily in the 50s east, but 60-degree weather. Very likely for the central and west. And then for tomorrow, highs in the mid-80s to around 90. And that northwest wind in Rapid City, 20 to 30 miles per hour. So that's another consideration. We still have some wind to go there in Rapid. 7-day forecast. After it warms up tomorrow, we're going to cool back into the 70s by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Big taste of fall-like weather. Lows will drop into the 40s. Aberdeen, same thing. We might even have to cool the Watertown forecast into the 60s. Mid and upper 60s on Saturday. And so it looks like a cool fall-like forecast there to start the weekend. Here in central South Dakota, 78 on Thursday, 75 on Friday, and those 70s will continue there into the weekend in Rapid City as well. That'll feel nice getting those 70s. Just not a lot of rain, though. Looks like a 30% chance tomorrow, and then dry skies for a few days after that. Check out more details. They're online at KELOLAND.com.